2.
I didn't put on my face.
Still waiting. Oh, there it is. Oh, cool. It started on the 1, so it's about a 7-second delay.
All right. Well, there we go. So, welcome to World Walkers Rhalanas. We've been kind of calling it will you guys call yourselves the stream team out of all the groups we have? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had like yesterday.
Yeah. Well, there's now the podcast group everyone calls the Dream Team. You guys are the stream team, and then the World Walkers COG group has been calling themselves the Steam Team as of yet.
Yeah, that was good.
I like it.
So
that was a good name.
Yep. But welcome to World Walkers Rhalanas, a Patreon-based group that plays in the same world that the World Walkers podcast exists in, sometimes in spite of or in consequence based upon. I'm Pedro, the GM and creator of World Walkers, and if you guys want to go around, I'll name you guys off, and then you gotta introduce yourself and your characters, then we can get started. Data?
I'm Data. I play a scarecrow who goes by the name Arthur.
Frank?
I'm Frank. I play a character named Valerie, who is a summoner.
And then Callie?
I'm Callie. I play Mabel, a mousefolk bard.
Reggie?
I'm Reggie. I play Gwiveth, the Gripply, which is a frog person, if you don't know. Monk cleric hybrid.
Josh?
I play Tap, a rogue wizard who looks a bit like a turtle because he is.
Secrets revealed.
The secrets.
Raven?
I play Larix, an Oaken Paladin Wizard.
And then our newest player, first time, long time, Evie.
Hi. Should I actually introduce my character yet?
Yeah, they're gonna find out in a second, anyways.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Y'all are gonna meet me in a few.
So for those that are just now watching, Rhalanas is called the World of Fables. It is very much a fairy tale / storybook type of world where the world seems to be driven and thrive on high fantasy, crazy antics, drama. It doesn't mean that we should make this like a Jersey Shore type of thing, like drama in the good way, not in the
that's what
that's my man thing.
Think more Monty Python.
I came here for the drama.
Right. So to recap, our group is part of a guild known as the Wayfarers. Wait, you guys added a descriptive word in front of what is it?
Somebody said
Fabled.
Fabled Wayfarers.
The fabled Wayfarers, yes. The fabled Wayfarers?
Yes.
But your guild has been investigating the uprise of hobgoblins that have seemed to infest the Wispy Woods, the south of your kingdom, and would seem like a standard sort of fare, except for the fact that every time one of them falls asleep, they're ripped to shreds, and they have not been sleeping as far as the group investigate for quite some time. They've seemed to have gone mad, and they're looking to rip the forest apart and hunt down Portal, the turtle-like race that Josh is a member. And recently, the group had gotten into a bit of a back and forth with them and had seemingly taken over the group as their leader once they killed head hobgoblin of that group. But then the hobgoblins had torn open a tree and found what they claim is literally the heart of the forest, which is this glowing, basking light that's ripping out of a splintered tree. So now the group, who has been debating back and forth a little bit as to what the step is, suddenly have a new twist to their tale as the hobgoblins start to excited. They start packing up, cheering at each other, rushing about. It looks like panic in the streets.
Tap is going to take advantage of the panic momentarily and make an Arcana check against this opening in the tree.
All right. One thing that we're doing is this. This is I want to do this not just to speed up the game, but also because it's actually kind of in the rules. So if you are in combat, and you don't have time to take time, then we roll our checks. But like in a moment like this where you have a half second to investigate, you can just start using your passive scores. So that's 10 plus modifier plus proficiency bonus. Have it. So passive perception, we all know how that works. All of your skills actually can work like that. And I totally read the DMG cover to cover. Totally did it. No, I did read most of it, but I passed that rule over, and recently it came to my attention. So yeah, when you have the time to take your time, you can essentially take a passive version of your. So while they're buttoning about, you can either roll and try and hurry up, or you can take a minute and kind of study it while they're all getting their thing.
I'll hurry up.
All right, go ahead and roll.
In the meantime, Valley's going to go and pick up a bunch of stones and put them in her pocket.
13.
As an Oaken, would I know anything about this part of the forest?
Yeah, so especially with your connection to the druidic roots, if you will, every forest, every environment of sorts has some sort of a spirit, some sort of essence that lives inside of it that kind of makes up the entity of that environment. And to everyone else, you're trying to figure out what does this mean, what's going on, but you have basically watched a wound open up in the forest, and the hobgoblins are threatening to crawl inside of the wound further to discover what's inside. And not too far away from you all, hidden amongst the foliage, Evie, can you describe your character?
Yeah, he's a very big boy. That's the best description I came up with just now. So,
oh, we are live, are we?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I haven't played D&D in like weeks, so he is.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but I actually play several times a week, so I guess I don't know what it's like.
No, you don't. My Saturday group's been canceling on me.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he is a tall, 9 foot tall bearkin.
9 foot tall.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
With
We
fur
got our
the
bear
color
back.
of brown fur. He looks like an American grizzly, but he's not, because he's a bearkin and not a regular bear.
The Tap immediately turns to Valerie and is like, "Stop casting that. It didn't work the first time."
No, I didn't do this.
If
Wait,
someone's
what?
watching that
Oh.
pledge to the Patreon, thank you very, very much. That's really awesome of you.
Hey Pedro.
Reggie.
So where they're all standing, are there any close to the wound?
No, they're all scattering around, getting their equipment together. Josh, you can hear them kind of pumping themselves up, like, "Come on, it's about to get in it. We're about to get in it. About to get in there, big. Go big, go home, right? Go big,
I
go
am
home."
growing apprehensive.
I'm cutting
It
down the
sounds
nearest.
ridiculous, Josh. What's up, Reggie?
I'm
Wait.
cutting down the nearest goblin.
Oh, I thought you said you cut down
You
a
just
tree.
straight up striking down the goblin.
Uh-huh.
My man.
All right,
Here we go.
you're gonna gain advantage.
You had a plan.
Well, I definitely hit. so it was a 25 to hit. So
That'll do.
God damn.
Wow, just not wasting time, are you?
No, not at all.
Don't waste time. Act.
It's only 6 damage though. I rolled low.
All right, so what did you do exactly?
He's like looking around, watching. He's like looking at this light spilling out of this tree, and he just gets this feeling like that this is wrong, like very wrong, and I'm not sure I can stop them from it making it worse if they are allowed to get inside the tree. So he just takes his sword off his back, and there's one scurrying past, just brings it down across his back.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Yeah, so you strike him down. He half falls over a bit and just yes. And Josh, you hear him say yes, pain, we need pain, and he goes and kind of like half slices.
This
someone
is not
next to
the
him,
adventure I
and
envisioned.
they all start kind of like putting cuts into each other, like yes,
Yeah.
pain,
They're
brothers,
waiting
pain.
at each other.
And
Okay, well, I'm gonna unleash some more pain then. Like,
Did you? You didn't kill him outright, huh?
no, I did not. Let me see if I
Wow.
have any key left. I don't have any.
All right, everybody, line up alphabetically
Real
for
quick,
pain.
so while that strike is going on, Evie, what are you doing? You've come this far. It's up to you whether or not you're connected to the druidic circle that I was talking about, the whole idea of the groves and everything. For those that don't know from a meta sense, the druids of Rhalanas, they are very much connected to the spirits of the different pieces of nature, the environments, and some druids form circles that are they live and breathe inside of a grove, and they use these huge places of power to reach out and monitor all the other environments, and they kind of feel out and sense when places are in danger. Does that sound like something that your bearkin would be involved in?
I think yes, he would be. Ignore the backstory on my character sheet. I wrote that in 30 minutes.
Right on. So you were, your druidic circle has sent you here because you were the closest one to investigate what's going on. So now you're seeing there is a wound open forest itself of the Wispy Wood, and hobgoblins are like they look like they're feeding off right now. Like, even though one of these adventurers, who you have to assume they're one of the Gripply like kind of charged forward and stabbed him, he looks like he didn't really feel the pain. He derived pleasure from it.
Well, that's spooky. That's spooky.
Some shit.
You weirdos.
So it looks like they're trying to go into it.
Well, you're not sure what the adventurers are doing, but the hobgoblins obviously look they're gearing up.
And how big is this wound?
They have torn a tree nearly asunder, so it's like this 5-foot tall rip. You watched as one of them drove their axe into it, and as soon as they hit, instead of like having to carve further into the wood just splintered and peeled back as if you had like someone had drug a knife across skin.
Did I learn anything from my 13 Arcana check against the portal?
Yeah, let me think. The only thing, I guess, from an Arcana sense, 13 Arcana check would tell you that what you're looking at is indeed a portal. It's not like a hole. You're not going to crawl in there and go underneath the tree into like bigger woods. Like, it's legit, like some kind of portal that's going to take them somewhere.
Well, that's exactly what I was hoping. Was this is indeed a portal that you would step through and be moved to another realm?
Yeah.
Not sure how good I feel about crawling into a portal that is inside a tree.
Well, real quick, we're all agreed we're taking out the hobgoblins?
Yeah.
Okay. Then everyone get ready. I'm going to gather them up. My army, to me!
Then you watch as one of the adventurers steps up and tries to summon them. Now, they don't seem to understand him, so you're not sure if he's actually in charge, because they're just like...
You know what? Minor illusion, I've got a giant arrow pointing right at me.
Oh my
They
god.
slowly stop.
Or you could have your translator say something too.
Sure, that would be great, but I gotta pull my own weight
One of them
somehow.
stops and looks, and like as they all slow down a bit, one of them kind of spits it spits at Tap, like, what is that supposed to be?
He is gathering you all.
And they kind of look at each other, kind of laugh, like, yes, let's gather. And they all kind of just, and they look twisted at this point. They look like before they looked sleep deprived and they looked kind of manic almost, but now they've got some kind of sick, twisted pleasure stretched across their faces. They, yes, gather, yes. Tell him what? Tell him why? What is he?
Have we noticed the 9-foot bear?
No. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do it. Roll the stealth check, Evie.
Shit.
He falls out.
Yeah.
Can't be a worse stealth than mine.
I'm sorry to tell you, Data. 9-foot bears don't have the greatest stealth.
Neither does a 3-foot scarecrow, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's a 7 to stealth.
Yeah. So you see a bear kind of just keeping it real cool and casual. No one sees him. Studying the
I'm
scene.
casting a minor illusion, like I'm adding an extra hedge to the bush just above to help.
So
I'm
It's a cantrip and it doesn't require concentrate.
Well, no, I like how you're like, you see this 9-foot bear standing in the corner watching all of this go down, and you're like, I'm gonna make sure he's hidden.
Yeah, Data's like, I'm just gonna tuck money in.
His response was no.
You don't know anything about me.
You see nothing.
I just like to think like Ceiling Cat, you are Bush Bear.
Bush Bear.
Perfect.
Bush Bear.
Shit. Now I have to change my.
So yeah, they've all gathered around you, and they're
okay.
Gathered.
Yes.
I am making. And like one of them like pushes tap.
Tap.
Tell him kill. Kill. It's a good word.
Tell
him.
Yeah,
they're pushing you, and they're like, tell him to say kill, so we know what it sounds like when he says kill.
They would like to know what the word kill sounds like in your language.
This is a mess.
Please.
Can't talk anymore. I have to kill him.
Murder.
They are getting very suspicious of you, my liege.
Murder.
I think they want more excitement.
Murder.
And you could have said like jelly donut.
But you know what? I thought, like, if I ever want a jelly donut, that.
So now, yeah, you've watched as their leader with literally an arrow on his head has told them all the word murder, and they seem very energized and excited by it. Murder.
I don't like this at all.
I was gonna say, I feel like this bear is just gonna come out and kill us.
What
now.
about this doesn't appeal to a druid, Evie? I don't understand.
Okay, so here's the plan. 5-foot tall tree stump that looks kind of like the tree with a green hole at the bottom. Okay, so here's the plan. Everyone, get out your weapons and get ready to hit the hobgoblins. Yes, in here. Then I'm going to change again to the tree slightly smaller and further back with all the hobgoblins like standing in front of it with me in the front. So if any of you have any aerial effects that we can get most of them now that they're in an area, let me know so we can hit them.
Yeah, Evie, you can hear all that. You're hearing him getting ready to.
All right.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them.
Where's the largest group?
Okay.
They're all scattered about. They've all kind of been focused and brought together, I suppose. So they're all
and immediately after, Tap would translate that as. What was your title again, Data?
Chief.
The chief would like you to gather here while we prepare to enter the portal.
They seem kind of disgruntled about more waiting, but
okay. So are they moving into a clustered area?
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. Like
18.
18, yeah, 17 or 18 hobgoblin.
What's the biggest you could fit people? How many could you fit in like a 10-foot radius?
Don't you do the
or a 15-foot cone, for example?
Don't you do the feet thing again, guys. Just say that you're aiming, and you'll know how many you end up.
No, I'm not saying like how far. I'm saying how many can I fit in a circle of a 10-foot radius.
5-foot cube, then it would be 10-foot radius.
Yeah, radius.
What is the hobgoblin aerial density?
I mean, hypothetically, we could hit them all, but that would be if they're all clustered close together.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to see.
So mine's a 20-foot radius.
Here's what I'm saying. Say, how many can I hit with burning hands?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what you said the first time. Then we kept revising it.
Yeah, and everybody kept changing the feet and stuff. That's why I'm saying it's easier to just say, how many can I hit with the spell?
Yeah.
I got
the original was better.
We're not scattered.
You can hit a large chunk of them. You're not exactly sure that. Get a pretty wide swath.
All right. I'll keep it in mind and get ready, kind of.
I guess I'm going to change the illusion again because I'm not sure we're actually starting yet.
But one thing I do want to point out to you guys, you would remember from previous games, they have this nearly supernatural perception,
Yeah. So I'm not really prepping the spell. I'm just mentally preparing.
Oh yeah, I just want to remind you guys so you don't go wait, what? Because they were able to see you through nearly any form of stealth. The only reason they haven't seen Evie yet is because they have their backs to them.
And there's a bush.
Oh, so he's So it's like us, goblins, and then he's behind them?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. We're just staring at this giant heaving bear like...
Yeah. I'm looking at my spells list. And I don't know that you guys are waiting.
Yeah,
We're not
Tap...
waiting. I've got some area of effect spells. I just want like the rest of the group to tell me what, like I've seen Reggie fight, I've seen Tap fight. I don't know how, like Valerie can actually do some pretty cool stuff. Revan just hits things and they go smash.
Me and Valerie are out. I'm so
You've seen me cast sleep.
Oh, so it's up to me then.
Or have you?
All right, so Tap is going to finish his translation, with "we are going to wait while we prepare our magic." And he is going to cast discreetly message at the bear.
Okay.
This is spooky.
And whisper to him, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
In that case, Pedro, just as a distraction, I'm just doing like this imaginary story of just us going through and facing trials in the forest. Like there's a maze, some of the hobgoblins don't make it, and and then like we all get confused.
We're doing our prep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like these are the trials we might be facing while Tap is talking to Bearkin. And I'm communicating with pictures from Minor Illusion.
That actually, at first they were just like, and then you start doing the pictures, they go, yes. It's like, and they seem slightly entertained by this.
Picture books are great.
We're going to the movies, guys.
Well, no, it's like a 3D diorama.
Okay. So I got message cast at me apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, you can whisper a reply.
You can reply to this message.
I'm here to protect the forest.
Tap will cast message one more time and say,
and you're out of spell slots.
Message is a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Yeah. We are in a position of having to deal with these goblins lest they enter the heart of the forest. Care to help?
Sure, why not? Give me the signal when you're acting.
All right. Tap is going to whisper to the group.
Everyone falls.
Tap will whisper the plan to the group. This bear is here to help.
What can he do? Is he a magic user? Is he a fighter?
He looks like a druid.
I mean, I'm wearing armor.
It looks like a furry bush.
Yeah, I'm a bush. I'm a bush, guys. Guys, I'm just
okay, I guess that's a question for Evie. Are you distinctly druidish in your armor? Or
I don't.
Funny, it doesn't look druish.
That's what I was thinking.
Got him.
Oh my god.
I think this is a good question. I think he's not completely druidic. Like there might be some like symbology or whatever.
Well, I mean, you need a druidic focus. So is it you have like a necklace or something?
I've just got my druidic focus is just
symbolism.
Sorry, it's a what? It's a what, Evie?
It's just a sprig of mistletoe, so it's not like easily spotted.
Okay.
So I don't think looks super druidic, but he's a giant 9-foot bear wearing armor.
That's why I'm checking. Like, is he just gonna like run in and scrap? Like, should I cast a spell to take as many out as possible right now?
Starting to get restless now. They feel like
shoot the spell.
Shoot the J.
Mr. Scarecrow, they are starting to get restless. If we're going to do something, let's do it now.
Okay, everyone. As soon as I cast this spell, hit them really hard. Okay? I am subtle casting. This way, there is no verbal or somatic components. It just looks like me still going through the presentation.
If you're casting sleep, hold your move until they're damaged.
To unleash, and then we'll start regular combat.
Oh, great. I lost all of my area of effect spells except for Dragon's Breath. Let's cast Dragon's Breath.
That's cool. It looks good.
I don't have any spells, so I wouldn't mind a Dragon's Breath.
Well, ignore the subtle casting because it springs right from me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, We have a surprise round, so it doesn't.
You know what?
Matter,
yeah. So
right?
I'll still do subtle casting so that they don't see it coming. That way, they don't get advantage to avoid.
Yep.
They don't get advantage anyway. You know what? I'm still subtle casting so they don't see it coming.
Pull the trigger.
I'm gonna kill you.
Go for it. Yeah. Why not?
Let's do poison damage. I need them to make a save, a dexterity save of 14. They do not get advantage.
All of them but one failed.
Nice.
What's the
Sweet.
spread?
It's a 15-foot cone emitting from me, and it lasts for 1 minute.
You can keep doing it.
Yeah, it's continuous.
Just a flame
I've just got a torrent of poison just flowing out of me.
That's hilarious.
Like, and now this is the great part. Ah! So 5 and 6 is 11 plus 2 is 13.
You said it's poison?
Yeah, I'm doing poison damage. I could have done fire, but I don't think Larix would approve.
Well, just to get things set up, what's the initiative of everyone? Everyone roll initiative.
I rolled a nat 20.
What's that put you at? Like a 24 then?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Larix?
I'm at a sick 5.
Yeah, I just need to go. I gotta go. I gotta input it all. So Larix?
4. Yeah.
Tap. Oh, there you go.
Tap is 5.
Mabel?
13.
Valerie?
5.
God.
Just put you down there. Arthur?
2.
Oh my God. I thought we were prepared.
Evie?
We still have a surprise.
9.
Oh man. So only 2 of us are above 10.
What did you get?
Now, real quickly, everyone, this is an area of effect. Please stay away from the big groups. I am going to be aiming at the big groups.
Hmm?
Give me 1 second to adjust some hit points.
Oh boy.
I really wish I had a level
Please
in
excuse me
Rogue.
while I adjust my pants.
Another level in Rogue.
I was about to say, don't you have a level?
I have exactly 1 level of Rogue, and I really would like that second one.
Next level.
For
Next
what?
level.
Absolutely.
Wait, what for?
Cunning
that way-
action.
Oh, yeah.
I really would like cunning action.
I would like to disengage as a bonus action this turn.
The unofficial World Walkers motto.
Have you guys
walks
listened to
away.
Colossus vs. the World yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's just like, and then I break free. So you watch as 7 hobgoblins that were nearby just become engulfed in this draconic flame that erupts from this small 3-foot-tall scarecrow that has captured the hearts and minds of the forest, obviously. The far
Well, that's pretty spooky.
just engulfs. You watch as, like I said, like 6 of the hobgoblins just... What's up, Data?
Poison.
Oh, yeah.
Because
poison.
fire.
Well, it's
Fire
poison
can-
flames,
Poison,
right?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, poison flames is fine. I just don't want it to burn Larix because he's already told me. Do you cast fire? Yeah.
Sorry. No, you did say
Don't
poison.
do it.
I screwed up. I reverted to type. Yes, this
Fire bag.
bubbling acid just spews from his mouth, and you're waiting for him to be finished, and it doesn't seem like this is gonna stop. It's just acid. So you hear like the hobgoblins screaming. Six
Just not
out of
good
the
at holding his
7 just
liquor.
roll their hands up and writhe on the ground and then stop moving. And there's one acid dripping off him who's just like heavy breathing, and he screams out loud. And it is the start of the round. Actually, round 1.
Oh, because everyone was waiting for me to finish before they acted.
So new round. Gwiveth.
Oh.
I'm gonna run in as close, run into, get next to 2 of them and swing. First hit is it's a hit on a 25, right?
Yep.
And then the second, well, I'll go
Just
ahead and
to
do
check.
damage on the first guy. Yeah, minimum damage. Oh,
Pedro, this is our surprise round, right?
No. So what happened was this: is that the moment that breath came out, any chance you guys had at coordinating a preemptive attack goes away. They immediately spring to action, and you watch this kind of darkness wash over their eyes. And there's, like, because of the subtle casting, that's what kept Data ahead of the game. Had he been like, they'll never see it, they would have. Like,
Yeah.
Their eyes are just washed with darkness, and they start to growl and just drool and spit. And what was it again?
So the first guy, and I'm hitting the wounded ones.
That's
Trying to
right,
drop
yeah.
those first. So first guy is only 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, so he takes that blow, and then he kind of looks up at you, and he's like,
And then I'm gonna kick him in the face with a crit.
Nice.
He snarls at me, and Gwyneth just like kicks off of him, and it's another 5 damage.
all right, and that does put him down. Like, that kick sends him flying back, and he lands on the acidic body of a close friend.
And then I'm gonna move away, but moving away from our friendos here, so that they're not. Yeah.
I mean,
Reg,
are
that
they
one you
really
hit, was that-
considered friends?
What up? What now?
Mabel?
Okay.
I want to place a shatter where I can hit the most of them in a 10-foot radius and not hit any of my friends.
Wait, shouldn't you cast sleep on him?
No, because I want to do shatter first, because sleep is based on hit points. So if I can get their hit points low enough, then I can get more of them.
He already burned them all, though, didn't he?
No, the ones he burned are all down.
They're all dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, so they have to
reduce to 11.
Yeah,
So they all
soften
have
up
to
some more.
They all have to make a con save.
All right.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Wait, when is Frank's turn? Yeah, he's got a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes with me.
He comes back, we're all dead.
New game.
Right. 2 of them succeeded out of 6.
Okay, so
damn.
3d8. That's not bad. 14 thunder damage to them, and then half to the ones that made it.
Okay.
I forgot it was a crit and didn't do anything. It killed him, but it was just funny that I was so excited and then forgot right away.
When he lands on the body, his body blows up.
So you want to describe your spellcasting action again?
So I have my little silver bell, and when I do it, I just kind of like shake it, and it makes like a bad sound.
Yeah, it's like it starts off with this small little like, and then there's this huge thunderous shock that like he watches like their weapons shatter, their armor breaks apart, and 4 of them get thrown back into trees, and they don't get up again. 2 of them get thrown back, and their weapons are intact, their armor, but like it's got cracks and such in it, but they kind of rise up and they start foaming again too, and they look incredibly angry at you, and they're both going to charge forward. Oh, it's up.
Oh wait, I was gonna give let's see, I'll give Lyric's inspiration, so you get a d6.
We're live.
D6.
Can you inspire yourself?
Not, you have to be a lore bard. That's later anyway.
So the first one rushes forward and then does this really wild swing that's easy to anticipate. The second one follows up and immediately swings, and he tries to take advantage of what was happened. And 19?
To who?
You.
Oh. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that hits.
All right. So, and that
Wait,
is...
19 damage or
no,
19
no,
hit?
Just wait for it.
There we go. So when he swings forward, he rushes forward and he does a nice slash against your side for 5. But then as soon as he does, he's able to twist, and with the martial advantage the other one gave him, he's able to plunge his sword even deeper for another 14 damage. So that is 19 damage altogether.
Jesus.
How many?
No, altogether.
All right.
Don't forget you still had that +9 inspiration.
Yeah, I still had. Yeah, I still had that, thankfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, your temp hit points.
Yeah. Whew, that hurt.
And then we go to Evie.
All right. So, first thing I'm gonna do is cast Shalala on my quarterstaff.
Nice.
Bonus action, and then for my main action, can I see like a large group of them? Like,
There's
is
not
there
really much of a large group anymore. I'm gonna be real with you. There's like,
I'm okay. Is there a group that I can hit in a 5-foot radius?
yeah, there's two that are still nestled together.
All right, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on them.
Nice.
All right, so that's a Constitution saving throw.
Both fail.
Both failed. What'd they roll?
4 and 5.
Oh yeah, that fails.
No, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because
No, that's legit. Thanks.
this is my first time playing a spellcaster. So anyway, yeah, that is going to be 2d10 radiant damage. Let me roll that. That is a 7 and a 4.
11.
Yeah, so 11 damage to both.
Yeah. So anyone who's paying attention to the bear off to the side, you watch as he kind of his paw wraps around the staff he has a little bit more, and then you watch as it starts to grow thicker and more twisted and gnarly, and then it kind of pulses once, and then you see as like it almost springs roots into the ground and pulls a bit of like nurture, like it pulls a bit of nourishment from the ground, and then just pulses one more time, and it looks like a far more dangerous weapon. And then, what does it look like when you cast? Do you like put one paw in the air? Do you moonwalk? What do you do?
I honestly, I'm going to be honest here, I think he kind of like does sort of like an Avatar Airbender, like, or kind of bending movement a bit. I don't know.
I've seen the movie. Is that it?
You've seen the movie?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about the blue person or the?
No, not the blue.
Airbender. Not.
No,
I'm
the kid,
asking
right?
Pedro which one.
No, I've
Avatar
seen,
Last
I've seen
Airbender.
both. I've seen the kid with the arrow tattoo that lets you know where his mouth is.
You've seen the worst version of that, Pedro.
I know, it has that guy from the Daily Show. It's like, "Welcome to the Fire Nation." That cracks me up.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
You need to
So
watch.
I think he just makes a bunch of like fluid hand movements.
Cool. All right, yeah. And so at the end of your stance, this huge beam of moonlight just rips out of the trees, crashes into two of them, and sends them flying, and they're down as well.
All right.
Valerie.
That's great.
Watch out, boys. It's Magic Stone time.
A pebble emerges from Rinky's palm.
That's why I was picking up rocks on the ground.
I grab.
Oh man!
I grab a handful of stones, and I can only throw one at a time. So
Pace yourself.
Pace your rocks.
So I'm gonna go and toss a stone over at
He's gonna get his rocks off.
one of the hurt boys.
The hurt boys.
One of the hurt ones by Mabel.
What'd you get?
10.
10?
No, 7. 12.
Any one of those numbers misses. Stone just kind of, you hear like a rock whiff by you, Mabel. Then you turn to the side, you see Valerie dangerously posed with more stones.
Valerie's got more stones than all of us.
Anything else, Val?
Your bonus action, throwing a rock.
Drinking the rocks, taking myself out.
Drinking the rock.
Tap.
Hard swallow.
Tap will move. He's already by Mabel, right? Fairly close by. Yeah. I will aim my longbow at the one that attacked her.
All right.
20 something to hit.
All right. Arrow lets loose. And how much damage?
Whoa, come back here. 4 plus 7 for the sneak attack, 11 in all.
All right. So yeah, you kind of line your shot up, And then while he's focusing on Mabel, suddenly there's an arrow that catches the side of his neck, and he just thumps down.
Thank you.
After tap is Larix.
Okay, how many are in a group of 20 feet?
None. I mean, you guys have fucking wiped them all. Like, we've got like 3 left, man.
This is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So those 3 don't happen to be in a 20-foot radius, do they?
No.
God darn it.
1 by Mabel and 2 in the field.
Okay, well...
This is going well.
Just whack the one by Mabel on the head.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right.
Let's see. And I was going to use that inspiration. 16.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right, so you rush forward, and what's your weapon again?
Battle axe.
Yeah.
Yes.
You pull the axe out of your side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you rip the axe out of the side of your trunk-like chest, and then slam it against his armor, and he just turns and kind of laughs.
Oh, I didn't roll damage.
Well, you didn't roll high enough.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
clang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pierce the armor.
At least I got his attention.
And then there are 2 hobgoblins that are going to move forward to Arthur. The first one, they're moving around your fire breath, obviously.
Too bad.
I could help, but
They're not having any of that.
My wife sent me a text. She's like, I'm going to take Willow to the store and try and tire her out. That's awesome.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so they kind of come on your sides, and one takes a big wild swing. The next one comes up at you, and that is a hit.
Ooh.
wait, is that a critical hit or just
Yes, that's a crit.
That is a critical hit.
All right, bring it on.
All
I've
right.
got 18 hit points.
Oh, God.
What? You have how many?
18. That's lower than
Crit
Mabel.
does 12 damage, and he's able to follow through with the martial advantage that was bestowed upon him for the Hobgoblin's tactics, and that deals another 12 damage. 19.
Cool.
You guys
Well,
watch
I
as
have-
the acidic spray just.
But I still have the inspiring leader because I didn't take any damage from the fight. So
Oh, I thought 18 was
Oh,
your total.
10
Oh,
hit
I thought that was
points.
total.
Nice.
Okay.
well, 18 is my normal standard.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you remember your own words, I guess, because you're like, it's the little scarecrow that almost couldn't. Arthur.
Step back, get them both in the blast.
If
Oh, no,
I
have to
only
make
had
concentration
HP.
check first. Hang on.
What are you looking
What
for?
was the damage again? 19 total?
19 total, yeah.
So divided by half, that would be 9 damage or check of 10. So I gotta.
What are you gonna hit?
Concentration checks are much easier than 5e than they were.
Mm-hmm.
It's either a check of 10 or half the damage.
W.
I'm just gonna roll while we're doing that. Now 20. I maintain
Good news, guys.
concentration.
Willow's taking tissue with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So what were you saying? Sorry, Data.
I rolled a nat 20 on my concentration. So
Nice. Okay, good.
so I'm just gonna step back, and they're both together now, so hit them with my poison breath.
And they're going to take opportunity attacks.
Can I take my action to disengage?
Would have.
But I didn't. Okay.
Didn't
you
you?
know what?
So
Since it's there, okay.
one of them does manage to hit, and he pierces you for another 4 damage.
Still up. Okay. 23. I've got 4 left.
Do you even need to back off to hit him with a cone?
If
They
they're
were
on both
one on each
sides of me-
side, so yeah, he wanted to get them
Yeah.
both. So
Ah,
he can
yes.
hit
Wait.
one to the left or one to the right. It's up to him. Or he can. He has.
That would be a
backed
really
up,
wide
though.
cone.
Now he can get them.
All right,
concentration check real quick.
Oh yeah, this isn't gonna go well. Fizzle.
So he takes a step back, and then that sword kind of slashes into his side, and the last bit of acidic moisture escapes from his mouth.
But I still have my action unused, so I could just cast another spell.
Good.
Yeah, we have 3 left, including those 2.
Yes.
Or did we get the one?
We have 1, 2.
Well, that's right, Larix. You couldn't deal damage. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How far away are they?
It's up to you how far you back up, but they are one on each side of you. So if you back up 10 feet, then they're
Yeah, who hit me? I'm gonna guiding bolt that guy.
okay.
I pull out a tomato and it flies out of my hands.
Oh, would you roll 1?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Looks like a bad stage for Fozzie. Just but good news, it's a new round.
Let's see what I got.
Round 3, Gwiveth.
I move into the last 2 there.
All right.
The first hit. Oh, that's a fail. The second one is 22. 22 hits.
You guys
right?
hear my dog crying?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm really sorry. He does that when he loves my wife. So like I'm not beating him while you're not looking. He's as soon as she leaves, he just kind of cries for a couple. Really want to go. So the first strike missed.
Yeah, the second one is 22.
That's
That
it.
hits, right? Okay. Jesus, I'm only rolling once tonight, so that's another 5 damage.
Oh wow.
Sucks. I'm not moving away this time though.
Okay, yeah. So you close distance. You're kind of essentially in between them. Is that how I imagine? Yeah. And you're able to connect with one of them, and he kind of reels back and just. After Gwiveth is Mabel.
I guess I still have one next to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will stabby stab with my rapier. All right, let's see. Oh, that's a natural one.
So I just had a real wild swing.
Yeah.
Ouch! Watch where you're pointing that thing.
Anything else you're doing?
No, because I only have one inspiration left. I'll save that.
Yeah.
I don't think I can really do much else. So yeah, that's it. Oh wait, somebody, you need healing, don't you?
Yeah,
So
but I'm also wondering, can
I'll
I use
healing
inspiration
word.
for AC? Like for armor class?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to use it, that's fine. It's totally your
Well,
character.
do you want health or you want AC? Do you want health or AC?
So yeah, I've got an AC of 11 and I've got 4 health.
Oh.
Talk amongst
Well,
others.
next-
I'm gonna go see if
Okay.
like the dog like it. Just let him know I'm still here, so he's not right back.
Go ahead.
You need like one of those cardboard cutouts of his wife that he can just like put there and comfort the dog.
I'll be right back.
Like with one of those mechanical hands that just kind of does this motion so that Tom can
There you go, like a Macaulay Culkin mechanism there. Yeah.
Data.
Go ahead, Reggie.
Did you say that you have 11 AC?
Do
Wow.
My God.
you have any armor?
You are
I'm-
going to die.
I'm not proficient in armor. I have.
Well, you have shield, right?
What is shield gonna do? Yeah,
It's gonna give you.
It gives me a +5, so it goes up to 16 for
oh,
one.
it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
But I'm out of spells now.
I'm sorry. I was thinking old shield. It's only 2. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
what?
old shield is. Actually, let me double check. This one might be 2 too.
No, it's fine.
Is old shield a cantrip?
No.
No, but
Is what?
Man, a whole spell slot just for 2?
it auto blocked magic missiles and shit though too.
So
It
does
still
this
does.
So does the
This
current
one.
one.
Does
Yeah,
it?
it still does.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I've got 11 AC. I've got 18 hit points.
That's not a good look.
Listen, I'm going the standard spellcaster here.
Total?
That's not standard. That is hurt. You were hurt as a child. You did not eat all your veggies.
Listen, I'm a
Which is
straw
ironic
man.
because he's got a bunch of veggies now.
Well, what do you expect? His skin is made of straw.
What I lacked was meat on my bones.
Just eat some wither blooms.
You are literally a glass cannon. How are we going to protect you?
You know what I need to do? Someone needs to learn levitate, and as soon as battle begins, just hover him up there, and he can rain down death from safety.
Justice reigns from above.
What class are you again, Data?
Sorcerer.
He can learn levitate. There we go.
There you go.
That works.
You
Wait.
can't cast any concentration spells.
Yep, I was just about to say
a concentration spell.
Take Warcaster.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. You can't cast any others.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Like, I'm going to be focusing on area of effect damage, so...
He just can't cast any other concentration. He can still make spells.
That's
not
so what I should have done, instead of shield, is gotten mage armor and casted that subtly before we started.
Yeah, that would be better. Probably.
Then subtly cast...
That would probably be better.
What's your dex?
I think at 12.
Oh, that's where his +1 came from.
Yeah, shield's better unless you have a good dex. Mage armor.
Well, the only thing is shield you have to do every time you want to use it, whereas mage armor lasts.
Yeah,
it's like 8 hours.
Actually, I think it should be worse because I'm still using the halfling thing because there's not a gnome for Rhalanas yet on D&D Beyond, and the halflings get a bonus to their dex. The gnomes don't, so it should be a 10. Yep, I've got a 10 AC.
Yeah, you're gonna be that. Mage armor would just give you a 13. Shield's probably better.
Man.
But at the same time, I don't have to concentrate on mage armor, and it lasts for 8 hours. Plus, I do have the sorcerer thing that doubles it, so I could have it for 16 hours. Mage armor would, like, overall probably be better than shield.
All right. So is it? Did you just go, or did I just go?
I'll just give him inspiration, and then you can go.
Okay.
So you get inspiration data.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
He takes a wild swing, but I don't think a 6 hits.
I don't think that hits anybody.
He was expecting you to be taller for some reason, I guess. After that, Evie.
All right. Is there any nearby that I can run up to?
Yep.
I thought Moonbeam was a concentration spell.
Oh no, I guess they've all gone forward. No, sorry. Nothing that you could clear the distance. What's up?
I was just saying to Evie that Moonbeam is a concentration spell, I thought, so he could just move a group of goblins that I have clustered together that I missed.
True.
I mean, yeah, but it's a full action to do that.
But you can take out 2.
Does good damage, doesn't it?
Well, is there
one action for a
Moonbeam?
Moonbeam?
By Arthur are essentially accidentally flanking Gwiveth now. So if you move it over, Gwiveth needs a death wish.
Wait, who are you?
He can heal you. It's fine.
Are you guys trying to hit me? I don't care about being hit.
Yeah, see?
He's a monk. He can just backflip out of the way.
You can hit one of them. Just got bring it right up to Gwiveth.
Unless, Evie, if you have a plan already, go ahead and do it.
Well, I was going to see if there was any within 25 feet of me that I could run up and beat to death with a stick.
No, you'd have to double move because they all basically rushed forward to attack people.
Then I'll move my Moonbeam to... You said you're good with getting hit?
Yeah. Or take out 1 so that you don't hit. Because he's the only guy that...
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
To take them all out, we can actually rest.
Dude, do it.
All right,
Gwiveth looks at you and screams. He can read your eyes, and he's like, "Do it!"
Gwiveth's got hella good dex.
Yeah.
It's not a dex save.
It doesn't matter what save it is.
Bye, Gwiveth.
Which one is it?
He's ready to sacrifice himself.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's two less than my dex.
I don't think it's not gonna kill him. We can heal him back up. So
yeah, I got some medicine skills.
Yeah,
we also have healing actually.
You what?
What a concept!
I only got an 11.
All right, one pass, 1 fail.
I'm assuming that pass was up in the 20s or something.
That's 19.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. The DC is 14.
Okay.
So
I rolled a 6 and a 19.
all right.
What Gwyneth roll?
11. I rolled a
Oh, that is so little damage. That's 4 damage.
Oh,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Gwyneth just laughs that off.
Yeah, you didn't even eat through the extra hit points.
No.
Gwyneth just looks lightly tanned.
No.
So
that was
the
a bad
moonbeam
roll.
rushes forward and then kind of just brings down the lunar punishment, but no one feels like it was like punishment. It was like a timeout more than grounding.
What should be the new name of that spell? Lunar punishment. I like that.
You can watch the hobgoblins and Gwyneth just kind of just force their way through it.
Yeah, that was not a great roll.
It's like the bear just moons them.
Valerie.
Magic Stone. Weakest one. Yes.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I was like,
you ain't nothing without you.
All right, here we go. No, all right, fuck.
Don't you have like catapult or something?
I don't got shit.
He's got stones.
I'm out of spells. So
Shut up, Callie.
I'm out of spells. I'm out of tattoos. This is the best I've got, guys.
Just hang back, man. Just don't worry your pretty little thing.
Oh, what's up, guys? Yeah,
just hang back. Let mama take care of everything for you.
It's all in the wrist.
I'm the mama, goddammit.
He's just
Your mic is getting lower, or you're not getting close enough to
You
it.
could also spend your turn aiding another character so that they get an advantage to a strike.
Yeah, you're right.
What is little rocks?
You can, yeah. That's what the hobgoblins have been doing.
It's true.
Frankie's like, oh yeah, options.
No, Frank, you're doing great. Keep throwing your rocks. It's fine.
All right, tap.
Tap is going to tap the one by Mabel.
Tap, tap.
20 something to hit.
That'll do.
And where's 56? That is 10 plus 3 for the sneak attack, 13.
All right, so you let loose the arrow, and it just strikes the back of his head, and he just falls forward. Mabel, you're able to step out of the way as the body falls.
Yeah, I don't want to cause any more damage with fallen bodies here.
All right, 2 left.
Lyrics.
I am going to throw a javelin at whichever one's weaker by Gwyneth.
All right.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I got a 14.
Oh, so yeah. The javelin, he just easily deflects with his shield, and then the two of them look at each other and they nod, and both of them are running away from Arthur. And well, Arthur's not in melee range with it, but Gwyneth is. So you get an opportunity attack on one of them.
Fuck them up.
Question:
Yes.
Are they running in the same direction?
Yes.
Which direction?
They're running towards the tree, the wound.
Ooh.
How come I only get one of them?
Because
Yeah,
you only
come
get
out.
one opportunity
you only
attack
have-
around. You only have one
that's right.
reaction. Yeah.
I'm stupid.
No, you're not.
System, Reggie.
That's fair. That's a 21. 21, so I hit.
Which one you hitting?
Was there one that's closer than the others?
No, you were standing next to both of them, so
I mean, sorry, I meant closer to the tree thing.
they're both gonna clear it.
Okay. Where the hell did my D8 go? Oh, on the other side of my computer. Where it belongs. That is going to be 8 damage to that one.
So which one?
Was there one of them wounded?
Yeah, well, they're both hurt. One's weaker than the other one. That's the one that Larix was attacking.
Hit
Okay,
the one
yeah.
with slightly more health.
You sure? Okay. All right, I'll
think
hit
we
that one.
Wait, which one? The one that had more health?
Yeah.
8 damage?
Yeah.
You almost bring it down.
I'm sorry. I thought if we could take out the stronger one, the weaker one would be easier to do. Nope, we still got both.
So they both take
Reggie,
off.
see, you're
and
not
they're
dumb.
screaming
You're
at
not
each other,
dumb.
and then they say one last thing. They say one last thing to Arthur, which Josh, you can translate if you want to. I'll send it to you. But, oh no, I just said it out loud. I don't have that one open. So as they're running away, they're just like, "We'll see you in the heart and both of them just leap into the wound.
Shit.
Crap.
And as soon as they do, each time one of them jumps in, the wound flashes with darkness. Like the light kind of like turns into like this inky blackness and pulses out as each one jumps.
Val jumps in immediately.
What did
Time
they
to go.
say?
Yeah.
Valerie. I guess Arthur goes in after Valerie.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
going
I'll
in
go
right after because
My job's to protect the forest. I'm going in.
Now, wait, as they jump into, can I just like, is it still black when they jump in, or is it different?
No, it's like it was like a pulse of like darkness. They jumped in.
Even when we jump into those.
No. Whoever's watching it.
Okay, yeah.
can I fit?
Yeah, you can, if you.
Yeah, he just kind of does like the stick, like he does the pencil dive.
Is this the first time a tree enters another tree? Gotta ask permission first.
Turn your heads.
Avert your gaze.
So are you
got
all
one?
going in?
Tap is going to take like 30 seconds and just gather up a couple of branches to disguise the entrance.
Who's the last one out here? Because there are a bunch of hobgoblins you could loot and bring some equipment.
That.
Well, we'll go around the group. So Callie or Mabel, did you jump in right away?
Yeah.
Right.
Once I saw like one or two of the people jumping in, I jumped.
So Val jumped in right away. Evie, you jumped in right away.
Yep, it's my job.
Lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Gwivith.
Yeah, he stepped to the wind.
Like, wow.
So he would have his actions when he got inside.
Yeah.
He would just like disappear, take off.
And then Arthur, are you going right in or are you waiting?
Yeah, Arthur was like, Valerie, wait, and was right behind her.
All right, so it's just you, Tap.
Tap would just take a couple of moments to disguise the entrance if he can. Just a couple of loose branches covered up.
Right. So.
And then step in.
So each of you dives in one after the other, and the moment that you dive in, it's perplexing because you know you followed people in here, but each one of you lands and does not see anyone else.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Cool, I'm alone again.
Yeah, it's quiet. Find yourself. I mean, you're still in the forest, it feels like, but it's lush, it's beautiful, it's thick. The grass, it's comforting as you walk. Each one of you seems to not see anybody else around you.
Gwivith like yells, Valerie! And just takes off again.
No.
Do I hear anything? Right on. I charge forward.
Yeah, basically, you feel as if you're deeper in the forest than you could have ever been. The ground softly gives way as the trees kind of sway and like invite you in. They kind of almost seem like they're shifting almost to give you passage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so each one of you walks, but each one of you feels alone, and you continue walking and walking, seemingly endlessly.
Cool.
I'm gonna stop. Oh, sorry. Did you have something, Data? Go ahead.
Yeah. While everyone was yelling, my character would have probably been yelling, there were some hobgoblins. I'm trying to stop them.
I just like stop eventually, just kind of hide and sit.
The towers seem to stretch infinitely upwards. Guy.
Yeah, why aren't any of us trying to go infinitely up?
Gwivith is going to actually stop and like pray and like ask Nox to help him find the way.
I sit and start to focus.
Mm.
What else doing?
So running forward. I just like, get back here, you whatever the fuck. I got my knife. I got my knife out. I'm ready.
You're ready to shake a bitch.
I am. I'm ready to shank a mother.
I wish I was level 5 because I would have speak with plants prepared at all times.
Yeah.
So I could talk to these trees. But no.
It's not too long, Gwiveth, before you kind of like pull yourself out of your meditation and you turn to the side. And Larix, you weren't sure where you were walking, but before long you come around the side of a tree and you see Gwiveth just coming out of a...
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Hey, friend."
He kisses his medallion, and he looks first at the big symbol on Larix's armor, and it's like a moment, like he's like, yes.
Both of you have the dreaming tree as an emblem of something, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like this nice, quiet moment that you both share.
Okay. Have you haven't seen any of the others?
I have not.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up, and he actually just kind of closes his eyes for a second, holds a symbol up, and he's like, please, and then he'll start walking.
I'll follow.
You two continue. Tap, what are you up to?
Tap will light up his lantern. Does it cast light in the forest?
It does.
It does. Does it look like it's nighttime or just an infinitely dense canopy of trees?
It seems to have enough light that you would assume sunlight is here, but you're not sure where it's coming from.
Interesting.
Spooky.
I will summon my owl and send him as high as he can fly while I search the area.
Yep, so in to do that, kind of survey, try to see what's going on. Meanwhile, Evie, as you walk through the forest, it's not too long before you feel like a small warmth kind of buzz by your feet.
Me.
All right, I'll follow that warmth.
You said it's you, Val?
Yeah.
And then as you try to locate it, you know, a couple more just... And I take a second to step back and look, and you can see these small little glowing bits of warmth that start coming from around the trees, and it's like watching small little balls of glow. Maybe 10, 15 of them start to kind of come from different parts of the trees and fill the area. They kind of hover around you and sway in your presence. They seem to be focused on you.
Cool. I'll sit down in their circle around me. I'll just sit down and meditate on the forest.
All right. So they kind of look like they lower with you, and it looks like they get comfortable.
Cool.
And then they all kind of start to shake a little bit, almost as if they're...
Oh boy.
Oh, neato. Then I'll stand up again, I guess. And I'll just start walking again.
And they kind of walk with you a bit, and some of them sway by you. And as they sway by you, you can almost feel like you hear a word, but it's not just a word, but more of a sensation, like a question. Feeling you get from them as they sway by you is play, play, play. Mabel, what are you up to?
She would be just kind of sitting, and then maybe eventually just kind of start singing to herself to try to keep herself from freaking out too much.
So you kind of start filling the forest.
Yep.
And as you do, you kind of what's the song like?
It would be
Rap music.
From American Tail, the Somewhere Out There song.
Oh yeah, I know the Ronstadt.
Like that, somewhere out there.
What's your passive perception?
Not good. 11.
Right on. So yeah, it's a good song.
Yep.
Arthur probably been wandering for a while and has started talking to himself I just wanted to talk to Kelly. I just had a question, and then I would leave. That was it. Yeah, don't see any sign of hobgoblins or fire or anything. Yelling at the forest occasionally, like
oddly peaceful. All that chaos that was happening just right outside of that tree. Now,
then he's just going to fall over and like fall asleep. He's frantic. He's tired. He just if there's nothing I can do, there's just fine.
It could be a day that's passed. It could be an hour, but before you realize it's going to happen, Gwiveth and Larix come into a clearing, and you find unconscious scarecrow laying on the ground.
It's dead.
Yeah, I don't know no scarecrows. I just keep walking. No,
Burn him.
Totally understandable.
It's a trick. Kill it.
No crows. Got it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk past him and like scoop him up as I'm still walking.
I was about to say I was gonna pick him up if you weren't.
Yeah. Just like don't even question it. Just scoop him under one arm and keep the symbol forward, like.
Evie?
I'm gonna. This is a good question. I don't know what these things. Other than all I know is they want to play. So I'm gonna kind.
Well,
I guess I'm gonna kind
I'll
of
throw you a bone because you said that it's been a while since you played.
Yeah.
You could roll a nature check.
That is true. I could do that. You're right. I roll
Since
dice.
you
in
have
this game.
time, you could just take the passive if you want.
I could do that. Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. So what is your? It's 10 plus. What is your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is +4.
And then what is your proficiency?
My proficiency. Yeah.
So that's a 16. So you
Yeah.
take a second and kind of think through it, kind of take some time to kind of meditate on this. Realize what you're looking at are fairy flies. Fairy flies are these glowing spirits that seem to be a part of the forest, but almost their own entity themselves. It's said that they only exist within the spirit of the forest. They have been known outside. Usually they're mischievous or they're playful.
Poor patterns.
Okay.
Well, it's another bear, so
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a light jog.
And then they kind of like bounce up and down a little bit. And now they're just
Yeah. Yeah.
and that sensation of that question hits you. Play?
Well, I don't.
Play?
I'm trying to figure out how these glowing things want to play.
Be right back.
It's like they're not dogs. I can't throw a stick for them.
well, have you tried
I was
asking?
gonna say, have you tried?
That's. I mean, these are all fair questions. I have not tried throwing a stick for
You
these.
could roll insight.
Damn fair.
All
Throw a
right,
stone.
I'll roll an insight then. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
or shillelagh. Make it a magic stick.
Ooh. Well, the shillelagh wears off as soon as I let go of it.
Yep.
So
I was just about to say that.
yeah.
Chile.
Magic
that's-
stone.
I said I'm gonna roll an insight. Insight. Oh, geez, it's a 25.
Nice.
Nice.
So you're not
I
sure
understand
that they-
everything.
Your insight is
It's everything's numbers. So you start to understand that they're not asking you to play a specific game. They want to know if you get to be a part of their.
I'll just say sure.
And then they kind of start floating back and forth and look very excited. They start to kind of spin around a little bit, and then they kind of, you can almost hear like a giggle, and they say, they leave you the sensation of like, more play? They kind of just spin around more and more.
Getting spooky, but I'll say yes.
And a number of them split off.
Okay. Do they split off in one direction?
No, all over.
Okay.
Some of them are staying with you though, and they kind of hover around you.
And I'll try and follow where one of them.
They get in front of you.
Okay. That's.
They stop moving.
All right, so I turn around.
Yeah. Your ears start to twitch, Mabel, as you hear something approaching. Look around, like warm, glowing bits. It's light that start racing, like they kind of race their way through the forest, then suddenly stop right in front of you, and they just kind of sway back and forth, kind of almost excited.
I keep singing.
They start to sway to the tempo of your song.
I just kind of.
And they zoom into your face, and they kind of leave you with this sensation. They're asking you a question. It's play.
We're about to get into a huge game of tag, guys. Let's do this.
I am prepared for that.
Okay.
And then they like more and more of them start to come out of the forest. They start coming out of the trees, coming out of the ground, racing up, and they just start to spin around you faster and faster and faster. You can feel yourself kind of like lift up into the air. There's a burst of light, and you're not there anymore.
Shit. Oh God.
Val.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I guess I'll stop and just go. I'll just scream, damn, like Raph from Turtles 1. And just go.
And the moment you scream out, it's like trees kind of like burst with life as these like weird like firefly things race out and just, and they get really close to you. And they stop right in front of you and like,
hi.
And they leave you with this impression of like anger, but it's like a question.
Kind of. Right? I just want to find the things that are trying to
get faster and a little faster and a little faster.
Something came in to hurt you, or at least the forest, and I just want to stop it, and I can't find them.
And then they leave. Like some of them are racing around saying mad, and some of them feel like they're leaving with an impression of play, and they've kind of split off into two groups.
Oh God. Choose properly.
I'll go mad. I'll go to that group.
You go to mad, and then
you know what?
More and more of these lights kind of burst from the ground, burst from the trees, like in aggressive fashion. They fly at you. And they spin. You can feel yourself just like ripped off the ground, and there's just a huge burst of light.
Oh balls! Where am I at?
Tap, what are you up to?
Frank, roll a new character.
You're in hell.
Tap has not found anything on his investigation. I'm just still traveling around.
Right.
All right. My owl sees nothing then, even with dark vision.
So your owl has been racing around for a while, and it seems like it's going even further than you thought it would. You're used to it getting a certain distance and then kind of disconnecting from you.
About 100 feet, yeah.
But you don't feel that, man. It's hundreds of feet away. Racing
and I can still feel it?
Still feel it. And then suddenly the owl notices something off to the distance, kind of it's glow ahead.
Tap will race forward to catch up with the owl.
Right, so you rush into the area, and just as you get there, there's like an aggressive burst of light. What's your give me a perception roll.
Roll. 23.
You think you see Val in the middle of that burst of light.
Val?
And then you hear that real quick, but then you're gone, Val.
No.
And then all of the these kind of soft, warm, glowing lights stop and freeze in place. And then within a second, they're surrounding you. None of them are moving. but they're leaving you with this. What are your classes again?
Oh, Rogue Wizard.
Rogue Wizard, yeah. They're kind of studying you intently, and then they split into two groups, and they leave you with two impressions. One side leaving you with a question of mad, and one group is leaving you with a question of play.
I will walk up to the play group and just say,
burst of warmth and happiness before you get a chance to do anything, and they all almost feel like there's a wave of relief in the area, and they just swarm you, spin, and then you kind of just softly lift off the ground and burst into light. And you're
I wanted to talk to him.
There's two bursts of light that rip in front of you, not Gwiveth and Lyrics, and then suddenly you see Tap and Mabel just softly land in front of you. These bursts of light, and then those weird kind of like glowing warmths kind of spread out. Oh no, I'm sorry, not to you guys. Sorry, to Evie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then they kind of bounce happily up and down, like play, most play, and leave. Station more.
Sure.
Hello, Mabel. Hello, Bear.
Hello there.
They
Well,
race
awesome.
off.
What are those?
Yeah, there's only like 3 left, but they're staying near.
I would like to use my 16 passive nature check to figure out what they are and what they're up to.
Yep. So it's obviously tainted by the fact that you're a wizard in training, or by training, whatever. But you've heard stories that there's these basically messengers, kind of like if it's true that like the forest is alive and has like this intellect in it, then these glowing things would be the enforcers of its
Interesting.
They're called fairy fly.
I would turn to the group and say, these are probably our best bet to find the others. Or at least find something.
I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. You were the translator, right? The one who sent me a spell?
Yes, I had the honor of speaking Goblin for our Scarecrow friend.
That's racist.
All right, pleasure to meet you. My name is Matthias Grimoire, and I stick out my big old bear paw.
Name's what?
Matthias Grimoire.
Matthias Grimoire. Tap would look subtly ashamed of his lack of syllables in his name and say, I am known as Tap.
Tap.
Pleasure to meet you.
There are those that call me Tap.
I'm considering adding an apostrophe to make it 2 syllables. Tap.
I am Mabel Fizzlebell. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. And I stick out my bear paw for her to shake as well.
And hand out my tiny little mouse paw.
From the east, walking into your little 3 more of your friends. 2 walking, 1 being carried. As Gwiveth, Lyrics, and what's left of the Scarecrow are being escorted in. Because the Scarecrow's not moving at all. You're not sure what's up, but they come into the clearing as well.
Did the fairy flies kill him?
Oh.
What fairy flies?
There are 3 kind of glowing spheres near Thias that kind of give you a look, but they don't move toward. They feel safe. Okay. That's when Arthur starts to stir.
Have I had a long rest yet?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just being in this forest has given you all along.
Why am I off the ground? Wait, what?
Just so you guys know, just being in this forest has already given you guys a long rest. The effects of it.
Nice.
Okay.
Tattoo summon.
Everything back.
So the one spell slot.
I feel much better.
Yes. What's that?
My one spell slot.
Like, who's holding me and how far I'm, like, what?
Gwiveth is holding you. He's got you on his shoulder or like a sack of flour. I don't know.
He was a sack of flour. Like, like, how do you do it where he's in my, so when he starts squirming, I'll sit him down.
Yeah.
I'm Tap. And I joined the pirates.
If we get back to retrieve that turtle shell, he's going to paint a skull on that.
Absolutely.
I thought you were carrying that.
Was it carrying it? I can't remember what we did with it.
We
Yeah,
did
I thought you got it.
of it, like kneel and take your brethren's.
Oh, that's right. I
spy.
did take it. Oh, hells yeah.
You've been carrying a turtle shell. Larix is wearing oaken armor.
I'm not wearing it. Not wearing it.
Not yet. Not yet.
Got it.
Oh, man. Tap has some decisions to make.
Oh my goodness. A lot of you.
Some morals to cast aside.
Matthias would have introduced himself to the rest of the group.
Val, stop it.
So what's going on? That's what Griffith says. Sorry.
I don't know. There are fairy flies?
Do I know anything about fairy flies, or do I need to make a check?
What's your nature, passive nature?
My nature's +2.
Plus proficiency, or do you not have a proficiency?
I'm not, for some reason, not proficient in nature.
No.
You know what?
Do I
There's
get-
nothing wrong with that. I'm not proficient in Arcana, and I'm a sorcerer.
Well, I think Mabel and Tap can sort of. I mean, since there was a question about them, we'll fill them in on the gist of what these fairy flies are.
Yep. So you
World
talk
around.
back and forth for a little bit, and then you guys look up and realize Val.
Where's Val?
Where's Val?
I totally didn't notice.
How could you not notice? She has a commanding presence.
Are there any more like us? Like Gwyneth will actually turn and ask the things. Any more people like us?
Where is our friend?
Yeah,
I know.
Griffith, did you say you're asking the fairy flies?
Yep.
Yeah, Tap will do that as well.
They
Just
don't
Well,
sort
did
of-
anybody
One
see
more?
Valerie?
They don't seem to respond.
Did anybody see Valerie?
No.
No.
One of you did, fools.
Yeah, Josh, you did. I was going to say.
I thought you were just being a shady little shit.
Let me think about this.
He thinks he saw Valerie.
I think I saw Val
You made the
disappear with some fairy flies, but I assume she'd end up where we ended up.
Yeah, why is she not here?
I go up to the fairy flies. I cast Speak with Animals. Probably does nothing, but excuse me. There was a lady about minor illusion. I cast myself standing on my shoulders with my arm up. Yay tall!
Why wouldn't you just make Valerie?
Because it only has a 5-foot reach.
The Akoshin of the group feel like Arthur is just a touch more articulate.
Just a touch.
So make a 5-foot version of Valerie, please.
Fine. She looks like this. I make a 5-foot version of Valerie.
Give me an intelligence check.
Which
I'm gonna
person?
cast guidance first. Do I have time? I could cast guidance.
Sure.
Thank you. Cool. +4 and a 1. So 4 + 1 is 5.
That's impressive.
So,
Plus
do me a
2
favor,
is 7.
Arthur. Describe Frankie's character for me.
Oh,
There are
God.
some clouds hanging out around Valerie's like waist, and
She naked?
really no, she's not naked. She's just really tall. Like there are trees like by her feet.
Like, how long did you spend on Valerie's back?
Like about 3 minutes.
Nice.
An eternity when you're rolling rounds.
And
So there's legs in a cloud.
well, no, like there's like tiny trees down by her feet and like clouds. She's just like really fit, strong, like probably much more defined. Like strength probably like 3 points higher. Translation.
Tap leans over to.
What about the hair color?
The hair color's reddish.
And reddish.
Kind
How
of
long's the
orangish.
hair?
It comes down to about like shoulder length, kind of like a bob thingy.
What kind of clothes is she wearing?
kind of like loose clothing, comfortable in greens and blues.
How close is that, Frankie?
So 60%.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys see a Valerie form up. That, I mean, it's a woman.
Who is that?
It hits. I mean, like you could start like the police search for, the people you weren't going to look for. Like you're like, okay, well that's a brunette. Throw her out. Like, that's like the opening question on a Guess Who. Still a lot of faces out there in the crowd. And the fairy flies feel confident in saying, they're telling Matthias like,
Interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna look around where we're at.
Nobody's gonna give pointers for me to revise the illusion.
No, I don't even have time after that.
I'm asking like who is that?
Well, that's Valerie.
No.
I suppose
Valerie
I can
is
help
easily
you
like
out.
30 feet tall in this illusion.
Maybe lighten up on the sarcasm.
But she's giant.
She is a human.
Yeah, Tap doesn't know minor illusion, but can he just sort of like subtly poke and prod to help Arthur out here?
Like, no, I think
mark up, red line it.
Well, like, I could cast minor illusion again. Like, okay, so you want me to do something where? And I make a red circle where he wants me to revise.
That's not her hair.
Oh, this isn't her hair. Okay, so I'm going to circle that. Big red circle around Valerie's hair.
Tap will describe Valerie to Arthur.
Okay, once I get the revisions, I will cast it again. Your turn to describe her.
Wevith is wandering off.
I'm just going to roll intelligence.
I'm going to roll charisma.
No, it's good enough. So like this description kind of seems to hit more home a little more, and some of the fairy flies stop, and they kind of almost feel like they spread their light a bit. Like instead of just being like small balls, they kind of like seem to fill the area with a soft glow, as almost if they're stretching them out, and then they come back, and they start to circle Matthias a little bit. Yes.
All right. Can you lead the way?
And then they stop. Oh no. They
shit!
Terrified. Like, oh no, go.
Oh go.
Oh god damn it.
Oh no.
Oh god damn it.
All right. You know what? But go on, Frank. He stayed in character.
Yeah, he did.
Matthias, tell them we want to play with her.
We would like to play with her.
She's our friend.
Just look confused.
All right.
Oh.
And then you feel
I got
like
the
this
sense of playfulness. It was worth a shot.
Kind of like fill the area, but just for Matthias. And there's almost this voice that seems to reach out into not to your head, but your heart. Says, goodbye to old.
Are you shitting me? They put me in forced hell?
You said mad.
I said mad, but I didn't say insta-kill.
They don't want mad. They want happy.
Well, they got mad.
No, they got rid of mad.
Oh, fuck that. Me and Paddington.
Listen, this is a bad way to deal with your emotions. You don't bottle them up. That causes them to overflow.
I thought it'd be a good idea not to lie to the fairy things.
See, now, Frankie, this is what you're doing is how you got into fairy hell.
Listen, if a fairy asks you, do you want to play? You say yes.
Rule 1.
That's not necessarily true. Don't make me educate you about fae.
Fairies are.
But yeah.
So
certainly not the Anwald ones.
So I might have some bad news.
Is she lost?
I think the forest just told me say goodbye to old friends. So that's not ominous at all.
No.
Say goodbye.
No. What
Yes. Yeah, that was pretty much the gist.
That sounds ominous. Can you ask them to bring her back?
See, I don't think they're going to want to.
I don't care.
Is it not their department?
Really nicely?
We still require you to ask.
I mean, yeah, is there any way you can bring her back?
And then hear this essence kind of reach into your heart once again. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good
real.
news.
Yes.
Good
real.
news.
You
They
should
said
speak.
yes.
Real?
You must speak. Yes, real.
Oh, as a
Oh,
player,
gosh.
no.
The voice kind of pulls back a little bit back, and it says like, "The first play," and it kind of pulls back, right?
All right.
And then, you can feel the forest start to sway and shift, and then suddenly the trees uproot themselves, begin rearranging themselves, walking, crashing, shifting, and then before you know it, you can feel the ground rumble too and start to split. And you're shocked to see that
goodness.
suddenly, not too far off, the ground just kind of tumbles into an expansive chasm. All across the gap are vines that hang from trees and earthy pillars with flat surfaces 10 feet in diameter. You can hear soft giggles from the forest as the forest grows taller and larger, and the canopy becomes a little bit more thick in the process. Random shafts of light let you know that it's still daytime, but they kind of stretch out, and you find yourself before this huge, expansive area of platforms and swinging vine.
Ultimate Monk Warrior!
Isn't your dex shit?
Absolutely. So is my strength and my constitution.
This is not going to end well for me.
Matthias,
Oh.
are they having us do an obstacle course to get Val back?
And then you feel this warmth and excitement and relief, Matthias, as he says that, like, almost like, he gets it.
But will we get her back if we do it?
Yes. Yes, yes.
All right, let's go.
I see.
Arthur begins running up to the first obstacle. What is it?
All right.
That one is very energetic.
All right, if
We
let
just
what
had-
must be done be done.
You can essentially travel. You're not sure which way to go yet, but you can travel either by jumping and grabbing a vine and swinging, or by leaping over to one of the kind of small flattened tree stumps that serves as a platform.
So
Well, from my
basically, so basically athletics or acrobatics.
I'm thinking I'll do the platforms because then, like, I can take a moment to cast guidance between each jump. Where if I'm holding the vine, I can't cast.
Sure.
So,
All right. I'm going to go over to the platforms as
got
well.
this. Ah! Jump.
I don't know. I feel disturbed about jumping on tree stumps.
Jumping on a bunch of corpses, basically.
So, do I need to make a roll for the first one?
Yeah, you gotta roll.
I'm great. Oh, good. 17 with the guidance.
You watch him run, then take a second, steady, and then huge leap, and he lands onto the next tree stump.
Whew.
Who next?
I'm gonna keep going just so because I'm in the way, I guess.
All right, we're gonna go around real quick. So, real quick, Mabel, are you jumping in on this right away, or are you waiting?
Oh, wait a second.
All right, Gwiveth.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Do you want to go first? I feel you're better at this.
Who?
He says from the first stump.
What kind of role is this?
It's basically if you want to take the flat tree stumps, then it would be athletics. If you want to grab for the vines, it'd be acrobatics.
I'm proficient in athletics.
Nice.
Do these count as saving throws?
No,
No,
this is
they're
just
skills.
it's your skill. It's a skill check. Proficiency.
Oh, okay. I don't have my skill written down right. I'm sorry. Because acrobatics should be dex and proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So mine. Okay, yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Oh, all right. So you watch as Gwiveth just crashes into the tree. Yeah, like.
Oh,
Wait, acrobatics, you said?
Yeah, acrobatics.
You watch he just runs, grabs a vine, swings, and just grabs another vine right away. Already clearing it. Tap.
Right. Tap will follow Gwiveth in an acrobatic fashion. Off the table. Hold on. 16 plus. Where is my acrobatics? 3. 19.
Oh, I think I said 3. I was like,
no.
It's a good thing he's got feather fall.
Yeah.
Hey, do they make like little boxes you can roll in just for dice, like velvet line or something?
Yeah. I'll send you some links.
I need to get me one of those things. I've got like 2 square inches in front of my keyboard here.
Data rolls inside of one of you.
This came out of a cigar box that I'm using.
Nice. That'll work. All the boxes I have here are metal, so it'd be like casting shatter every time I roll.
Tap clears. Larix, what are we up to?
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna go up, grab a vine, and kind of test the strength on it.
Got to die. Hold on.
Does it seem like it would hold my weight?
It seems almost as if it strengthens to a.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
You can still jump on your brethren.
What? No, that's just wrong. Even if I was that much better at it, no.
Way to play your character. This is a great group.
It is a really good.
So, okay, it's a 16.
Yep, you clear.
Actually,
you
not
swinging
that
off too. Matthias?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on those tree stumps.
Could we have cast Bless before we got started with a couple of people?
No, it's Bless's saving throws though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I was good. That's why I asked if it was saves or not, because I was going to use that.
All right.
Cool.
You said athletics, right?
For jumping, yeah.
Yeah. That is going to be. That's going to be an 18.
All right. Yeah, you clear as well. You're doing good. And so, what's up? What happened?
Just like
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
It's doing the Tom Cruise slide.
All right.
I'm trying to find a box that isn't friggin' metal. I have literally no cardboard boxes in my house. How is that
It's
possible?
better than the glass that Data was using the first time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Valid point.
Yeah, so you guys kind of continue to race along with your chosen.
Oh, do I
method.
need to roll?
Well, what about a
yeah,
plastic bowl, like a big popcorn bowl or a strainer?
12 to swing.
Got it.
Yeah, it's
Rima
almost like-
paper.
What'd you do, vines?
Yeah.
It's almost like as you swung and you kind of, it didn't feel like it was a good swing, but the vine almost readjusted and helped you get to the next one.
Okay.
And you guys continue to do that for a couple of goes. Like you're swinging through vines, you're jumping platform to platform. It's going great. And then you can hear the earth start to shift behind you.
Oh, no.
Watch as the vines start to withdraw from behind you and the tree trunks start to sink lower and lower. And slowly but surely your obstacle course that you're having fun with is starting to disappear behind you.
Oh no.
Fun.
Let's get Valerie back quickly.
The platform.
This is
start
the
to kinda
mischievous
shift a little
part
bit
of
more,
the.
and the vines start to swing on their own now, waiting for you. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Arthur.
You start hearing the DK rap. Arthur is going to do one more guidance and jump. And I guess from here on, it's just going to be jumping and praying. Like, some type of witty banner to raise everyone's spirits, I guess. Oh boy, this is great. We're about to get Valerie back. Hey, 20.
All right, so, Mabel.
All right, swinging. All right, that's a 17.
All All right, you're good, Goo. You're trucking along. Vivith.
15.
So far, so good. Tap.
20.
Nice. It's going well.
Good.
Lyrics.
Good.
Shit.
Path of success lays before you.
Shit. 8.
What? Oh.
And what were you doing? Jumping or swinging?
Swing.
Swinging?
If
All right, so you swing and you find you can't grab the next vine. You start to slip. Go ahead and give me a
Tap.
strength.
Oh.
Or tap.
if he looks like he's trying to hold on just a little more, Tap will hold his reaction.
Well, no, he's going to try to grab like a tree ledge.
Oh. If possible, Tap will cast Featherfall on Larix to get him to float just far enough to get to the next vine.
Yep, so yeah, suddenly you feel yourself kind of lifted, and then you just gently land on a tree trunk. You look down.
He hears a shout from ahead of him. I don't have too many more of those.
You look down, and the trees kind of stretch further and further into the earth until they hit this kind of like red, amber-like darkness down below.
God, if we fall,
Forest hell.
Dude, that's not as disturbing as it is landing on the tree for me.
Yeah. But you're good so far. Bias.
All right, I'm gonna keep jumping. All right, how big are these tree trunks that I'm jumping on?
About 5 feet.
Okay.
I get a running jump.
All right, that's gonna be a 16.
All right, good. You're good too. So yeah, you all start clearing and making your way, and then you can see the edge of next piece of land, but things are getting more and more hectic, and the vines start to swing haphazardly. The platforms are shifting up and down more and more and more, and its tension is building. Arthur,
you better believe it is.
How much time do I have before
you don't have any. You've got 5 seconds. 5.
Jump.
4.
Hey, 16.
He watches Arthur one more time, clears it, and then gets to the edge. Mabel.
No guidance this time.
5, 4.
Oh,
I'm jumping. That's a 16.
There you go. And you watch as Mabel clears her way and lands on the platform, ground as well. Gwivith.
Dang.
5.
15.
Wow, Gwivith clears it, lands. Sigh of relief. Tap.
Tap keeps swinging.
5, 4.
And 16.
There you go. Tap clears it as well. Lands next to you. You got there's a team of 4. Is it going to be 5, Lyrics? 5.
18.
18. Wow, Lyrics too.
Jumping.
Lyrics is good. He just lands and jumps and catches his breath, and then we turn to Matthias, the newest member of the team.
All right, that's a 19.
19.
To jump.
Wow, making it look easy. So you guys clear, land, and then there's this like burst of light, and you watch as the fairy flies race out and swing around and start racing it, moving up and down, swaying. What's up?
Just Arthur's yelling like, "Ultimate Monk Warrior! Ultimate... Where's Valerie?"
I go over to Tap and thank him.
And as you guys are kind of celebrating or doing whatever, Gwivith, you seem to have a certain look on your face. How is Gwivith feeling about all of it?
Tell you what I signed up for.
Well, he's been kind of
Oh, I just read your tag.
As we've been going, he's been kind of looking around like for the spirits and for Valerie, like he's trying to get a handle on things. And he actually, the jumping would be easier for me because I'm a Gripply.
Yeah.
But I forgot one. I didn't remember how the rule worked. So I was looking up the rule like the whole time. But anyway, but that's what he's doing. And the vines is actually looking down and stuff, trying to get a grasp of where we are.
Arthur?
Oh yeah, Arthur just had like a real question. Are the fairies are all swarming around us now, right?
Dancing and happy.
All right, there were 2 other people we were following because we didn't want them to come here. They look like this. He portrays a hobgoblin.
They're not
much more
They're
accurate.
too happy celebrating. They're not like trying to have a conversation.
Okay.
You watch as the rest of the forest behind you starts to level out and kind of become more of a regular forest, and then a little off to the distance, behind some trees, you hear kind of a sigh of relief. This must not be a very challenging game anymore. And coming around from the side of a tree, she stands over 8 feet in height. Her upper body is slender and clothed in leaves that fade from deep purple to soft white. Her skin is mauve, along with the fur that lines the lower half of her horse-like body. Hooves make no sound as they move around. She comes to you with kind of like arched eyebrows, but a welcoming smile. She does not seem to be afraid of you as she walks up, even though obviously most of you are fairly heavily covered. And she kind of walks up to you, and
one of them is taller than her.
Yeah. She says, "Many more of
you. This time?
This time?
We get visitors."
Cool.
Speaking of our friend?
Wow, whoa. A very anxious bunch. Oh.
Yeah. We lost our friend. She's gone. We need to find her.
Also, we followed some hobgoblins in here that were trying to steal the heart.
And then, what are you doing, Arthur?
I am casting a minor illusion of a hobgoblin. Like, these things, we're trying to stop them.
She kind of leans forward. I hear a lot of things coming from.
Is she directing this at the group, or?
Yeah, all of you just. So you came here, you lost a friend, playing with hobgoblins?
No. Go back. We were following these two. There were two of these things. They came in through here. We pursued them to stop them.
Phrase.
They are mean.
Bad. They cut open a tree. They kill each other for fun. They don't eat vegetables.
And she looks at the fairy fly. She kind of starts to speak in a language you're not quite. Well, actually, Matthias would understand it. Starts speaking Druidic, and she. Did you not bring these in here? You have a thing for bears. Is this not another invite? Don't understand. Oh, it's come.
What?
Hulufel has come.
Oh,
it would appear so. Yes.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So I'm anxious to know how you knew about that.
You've come seeking sanctuary. Of course.
No, we've come to save the heart of the forest.
I came to find Kellet. I mean, I came here to save the forest, yeah, but my goal is to go and see Kellet.
You want to help?
Not know who. She kind of folds her arm.
We are actually sent on a mission to stop the Kulufel.
Is that what you guys have been up to?
That is what we've been up to, yes.
However... That sounds really cool.
Would I know what that is?
I guess we didn't have time to talk about it.
Would I know what that is?
Kulufel, you could do a... what's your passive nature?
My passive nature is 16.
That's right.
And history.
It's something. It's some kind of hobgoblin word.
Wait, passive nature? Hold on. It's 10 plus
4
Wisdom
plus
bonus
your
plus proficiency bonus.
16.
Yes. Math is hard.
You would know that Kulufel is some sort of hobgoblin word. Death or darkness.
So it's spooky then.
If Matthias looks confused, Tap will tell him quickly. There's some sort of darkness that's sprung into this world. The hobgoblins call it Kulufel.
The darkness that stares back.
Yes, literally the darkness that stares back.
Interesting.
Anyways,
I
you
need
seem
to
to
stop
think,
that.
At any rate, we were
dear lady. Purple deer lady that is almost as tall as Valerie.
My name is...
Yeah, you should.
Israel.
And she's a centaur.
My name is
not a
Patches.
centaur. I'm a grovekeeper.
Oh, sorry. Wait, is she a centaur?
She seems like one, but she's insisting that she's something different than.
Do I know what a Grovekeeper is? The 15 passive history.
No.
Okay.
Anyways,
a Grovekeeper.
A Grovekeeper.
Miss Israel.
Oh, my apologies. You appeared to be a centaur.
Wait, you said Israel. We can talk.
This little perturbing.
Wait, what did you say?
Well, she's not.
She's like a centaur, and she's like,
oh, yeah.
Not.
Sure,
you came here
you
not for sanctuary. You came here to kill things?
To help.
No, not exactly.
The goblins want to kill the forest.
So
we're familiar with hobgoblins in there.
What do you know?
Is there something weird about that?
You're trying to stop it.
Oh, that's right. You guys can't sleep on them, and then they just tore themselves apart. It was terrible. Traumatic.
Gary.
Okay.
Like, there was blood and stuff just streaming out.
That's more than enough of that.
Yeah.
No. Oh, it was awful.
Thank you, Arthur.
It's really scary.
So we should share that story with the world since it's awful.
Let me bring something to your attention. The beauty of the forest comes very much from the understanding that there is only beauty in the forest. If you bring those dark thoughts, bring such things with you, will only start to bring darkness.
Arthur begins hiding under.
But we want to help the forest.
So if those two hobgoblins came in here, then they brought darkness with them.
And she looks to Gwiveth.
So our friend that we lost, she can be a little bit temperamental. So I'm gonna take a guess and say that she might have been really upset about not knowing where we all are. So what would have happened to her if she was angry?
Oh, she would have went away. It's for the best. It keeps the forest
No.
Where? That's I understand. Where is what I'm asking.
Can you bring us to her? That way,
Bring her here?
It's the other way, Frank.
That's a terrible idea.
Her anger was born of concern, of genuine caring for her friends, though. Does that matter? It was
makes
more
it
like
more sad.
Oh,
is sad.
That was
that
good.
much?
That was good.
So Frank is dead.
She's good. Oh, you're good. So are the hobgoblins gone? Like our friend is gone?
There's no reason to be concerned. Even if these hobgoblins had found a way to come in, they would go someplace different, especially if they were bringing all of that anger, all that rage. There's a way to. You are not in class, sir. You don't have to rage.
Yes, but you are speaking. I just wanted your attention that when you're finished, I get a turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So there are like hundreds of these trying to cut open wounds, I guess, and like opened up a tree and there was a portal. They ran through it. We went after them. And according to what we were able to overhear, there are hundreds of them trying to do this. The tree's fine. Like, the forest is fine if they keep doing this. Like, you guys aren't going to be...
The darkness that lies...
Like, the tree... Like, they said they're taking the tree of the heart of the forest. They're going after the heart of the forest.
The forest is old, ancient, and even if they were to make their way in, simple hobgoblins. No, they would just be...
What about the Kulufel?
They're not simple hobgoblins anymore.
So... Valerie.
Well,
what up?
We're back in Plant Hell.
Like, we can be on our way. Like, Force has got it.
Yeah. We cool.
Welcome to the Undercity.
So, dark, twisted tunnels stretch out ahead of you. Dozens of paths lead higher, lower, and everywhere in between. Roots that pulse like veins race along the walls.
That was weird.
Do you have any sort of dark vision or any way to see?
Not a damn thing. Well, I got dancing
But you've had a
lights.
long rest. You could pull out Tatsu because you've had a long rest. You can now concentrate.
I cast dancing lights and call it Tatsu.
All right, so you bring some dancing lights, and lights kind of like bounce and stretch and fill the air with the light, and then you also concentrate. You're able to resummon your elemental companion, who is made of light. Stretching out before you, every so often you find a hole in a wall, thick roots creating bars that reach out all across the opening. Inside, you can see the bodies of those who have become prisoners of whatever this place is. Those who chose to defy the forest, most likely. They look as if they're sleeping. They show no signs of harm or starvation. Their bodies haven't even decayed. Each and every person here seemingly passed away. Old age. Time was taken from them. Same way you realize in your heart will be taken from you.
No, because I'm running.
You start taking off through tunnels, kind of haphazardly running, and it's not too long before you rush down a tunnel and you find, maybe 30 feet away from you, 35 feet, you find one of the hobgoblins.
No.
Hobgoblin is standing motionless in the middle of the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have their arms stretched out. Like they have like a palm on each wall. This corridor is it's a little less than 5 feet. Like it's a tight squeeze. And they have, like, you have to almost kneel down to get a little a bit. And it has his hands, and it's absolutely motionless. The moment that Tatsu comes in, that light kind of fills the area. These stark shadows are cast against the wall, and you can see that the shadows the hobgoblin gives off don't match the silhouette of its frame. Instead, watch these thick, twisted, inky kind of tendrils race along the wall where his shadow should be. And then his head tilt. You hear his bones crack as his head completely turns to look directly at you without the rest of the body moving. And you can see that there is these kind of like soft, inky shadows that have been slowly coming off of his arm and seeping into the wood.
Frank, you are now the guardian of hell.
And he turns back to you. Just laughs. And he's like, just looks at you. And then he opens his mouth, kind of like pulls his head back, convulsing. Inky blackness starts to pour out of his mouth, wrapping around his body, encasing him, giving him extra appendages, ripping and tearing his skin apart. And then more of those drops hit the ground, and they start to form their own bodies.
Peter.
And then, real quick, 1 second. So, Yisrael says, "There's no need to worry. We've had some visitors here before, but they refused our sanctuary, and I don't want to put the forest through any more difficulties. Would you simply like to just leave? We worked very hard to help understand that the world is collapsing, the worlds are dying, that everything will soon end. But the last people that came through didn't think that was going to be a problem. So if you don't want to stay, it's okay, but just let me know now, because the forest gets attached I don't do timeouts. I don't know what that means.
The timeout means you take a break and we talk.
Finish my sentence so bad.
Okay, you know what? That's why I raised my hand before.
And sorry, I'm trying to stay in character. It's just like, I don't want to put it through that again. It gets very attached to you. If you don't want to stay, it's fine. Just let us know. That way the forest doesn't know of your presence too much, and you can go back into the world and finish your life.
What's that? The worlds are dying?
Just, hold on, wait. Well, he had his hand
up. Yes. I'm cool with leaving. Just, can we get Valerie back first?
Is that?
Or second. Like, if we get Valerie back, that's fine. The order is like, that's fine. Well, can you send us to where she is so that we can get her out?
If you'd like.
Well, can we get her out that way?
I don't.
Tap just slowly reaches over and brings the brim of that hat down.
No, just look
down
Peter,
over the face.
Peter, if it will expedite the process here, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Text it to me then, because I like the rhythm. Through Facebook, so I can see.
Oh God!
Why are you so attached to Val anyway? You've known her for 5 minutes.
Well, she was nice to me.
Yeah, she's the only reason he got away. Remember, he jumped on her back and let her use her.
Right. That's right.
That's the plan, P.
I got you.
This is gonna be good. Whenever Frankie has a plan, it's good. Not good for us. Good.
No. Yeah.
I mean, like it's not like this one's named Pasmos or anything. It's called Rhalanas.
All right, so she says, I can send you down there. I don't.
Well, what is it?
Let us not be hasty.
We're okay with like having Val not be in the forest. We just don't want her in some weird hellscape place.
Yeah, can she leave with us?
She can't be with the hobgoblins. That's bad.
She's not bad. she's a little rough around the edges, but she's not a bad person.
No.
Yeah, she saved me.
We're here to do good.
Pedro, is that Yisrael's reactions, or
it's
is
her?
that...
Yeah, I'm just staying in character. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Gwivith. He says the whole reason we came here, I truly believe, is because we're on the path to saving dreams, and he holds up his emblem again. I was guided here.
Mm-hmm.
Then she kind of leans forward. And
at this point, he's finally gotten his brim up, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, she kind of leans forward, and she says, forgive me, I thought that was just his family tree. And she kind of thinks for something. She's like,
oh, God, that's funny.
But she leans forward, and she's like, this is the dreaming tree?
It is.
I tap at my chest also.
We serve Nox.
What is Nox?
Wait, did I say that wrong?
You didn't? No, you're right.
No.
Okay.
Nox, the eternal slumber, the ruler of dreams.
He's a god?
The god of dreams.
Wow, that's a nice.
We were.
But you call him Nox. Call it Nox.
That's what we know him as where I'm from.
Yeah, Nox is.
Where are you from?
Popular.
We're from Rhalanas. Where are we now?
I woke up in a cornfield.
But I don't know this name Nox.
What names do you know of like entities that control slumber?
Isipinus is.
Sipinus?
Isipinus.
Nice.
With the
It does appear you are all talking about the same entity, though.
Well, I mean, we might still not be because they're different. Like, depend. Like, goblins have their gods of slumber. We have our gods of slumber.
There is only one god of dream.
There's only one dreaming tree. As far as I
knocked down over myself.
Did Isipinus send you?
You have me at a loss, I'm afraid. The god that I've always known, by the name at least, had been Nox, but the things the way that I've been guided so far, the people who have responded to this emblem seem to know who I was speaking of before now.
And she looks over to Larix, and what have you?
The same.
Matthias is just on the side doing like the tennis match thing. Like,
would I have heard of this name? She said?
No, there's
no.
Do you exist in the same time as we do? Like, does this place exist on a different? Like this.
Like we could actually train here for like 20 years and then go back and it's only been a day?
No, that is not what I mean. I mean,
Then she kind of nods. She's like, "That's
that wasn't the point of the asking. I'm asking because
fuck that. I need my own hyperbolic time chamber. Don't take this from me.
Maybe Knox went by a different name in the past, like the name that we know him by. Lore and civilizations fall and rise again and stuff like that. So we could be. I was just checking. Like it could be a different name for the same person.
How long have you been here?
I don't believe that you have a measurement of that sort of time."
Nice.
Hang on, Cap. I got something to add to the conversation.
I've let you up by now. This is just a sporadic hat lowering.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much time we have, but I kind of want to meditate on this.
Sure.
And
Is Valerie in any immediate danger?
No.
Okay, then you know what? We can take some time and think about this.
Yeah, no. Valerie will wander until she accepts her.
What?
She will never stop. She's stubborn like that.
What fate?
In a certain sense, she has gained immortality.
Nice.
Take peace with that.
That sounds pleasant, yet ominously foreboding.
Wait, what did you say?
Death tends to be a more
kind,
nurturing escape, but I suppose relentless. Well, I guess we'll see.
Why can't we just have her?
You have to understand that where Valerie, you call her, has gone, deepest and darkest places inside the spirit, something so ancient, it's almost as old as I am. You don't want to explore the darkness that lies within such a spirit.
I just want her to come back, but you can't bring her back.
Maybe like some stairs.
I don't know.
Well, she
have an easy, accessible route into.
She got there fast.
Yeah,
she was sent there easily enough.
She means coming back. I mean, it's almost as old as she is, but it's kind of like the attic in houses. Like you go up there like once every like 3 years. Like you'll go up there to like grab holiday things, but you never really clean it out. You don't know what's up there.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's almost as old as you are. So.
Huh? What?
This is why your civilization crumble and heart stay on this world very quickly want to structure and explain everything today instead of it. She kind of looks towards Gwiveth and Eric's instead of accepting more what stories mean and what they are. You would like for the forest to be as accommodating as a simple house.
Nice.
Carve out a small living and forget the wonders and the majesty of the world. And now we don't have stairs down.
Nice.
Dun dun.
But
she's looking at you, Arthur.
That was an epic name drop. God, that was good. Like first time I was hearing the name, and she said it so casually but ominous at the same. She good. I told you that. I told you she good.
So if the Underwood is as old as you, is that where the heart is?
Why do you want to know where the heart is?
Because if the hobgoblins are there, they're still seeking it, and they will not stop.
And you just said they become immortal unless they accept their fate.
Which essentially
they wouldn't
brings
accept
us
their fate either. Like, oh my goodness,
we're here.
they wouldn't lie down. They never sleep. They are relentless.
What do you mean they never sleep?
They don't sleep.
If they sleep,
one hoof forward.
I told you they weren't hobgoblins anymore. Remember at the start of the conversation?
These hobgoblins, they have been possessed by a irrational fear of
not irrational at all.
Irrational.
Kulufel.
They die when they go to sleep.
Right. They are intimately related to Kulufel in one way or another. If they sleep, they're torn asunder. So as far as we can tell, they have never slept.
And as far as we can tell, they are exactly where they want to be right now.
They were trying to get where they're going.
Huh.
They left.
They left.
They left dreaming?
Yes.
What?
Wait,
yes.
Wait,
They
what?
aren't.
Well, they stopped. They stopped dreaming.
She's saying they aren't connected to the dreaming tree anymore.
I don't.
I wouldn't. That's not really my department.
Is that how that works?
I believe they're connected to Kulufel too strongly.
And then she looks up and she says, there are things that you don't know and you're not ready to know, and even if you were to know, you wouldn't understand. But there is a terribleness that is happening to all the worlds right now. And what they've without the dreaming tree. Yes. Without the dreaming tree, they've wandered off the path. There are two worlds made one. They have left. They have turned their backs to one. They stay only in the waking. They've chosen to walk only this path. Without the dreaming tree, yes, it would be possible to not sleep anymore. And then she kind of just like this realization is hitting her. And she says,
minor illusion, got a tree. Minor illusion, got some little hobgoblins.
I need you to stop that, she says. Like she looks over at Arthur, she's like, I need you to stop that.
we said like trying to structure it,
but I
can't. Trying to set it up for a story.
No, but it's
so we could understand.
Words are powerful or something. Just give me a second. And she kind of like pulls back and she's like,
Arthur kind of just sits next to Larry and kind of.
You do gain a point of inspiration for trying so hard, though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And she says, "Yes, if they walk, they would no longer sleeping." And then she looks up at you and she says, "Forgive me, friends, for not understanding sooner." And then she looks to the fairy flies, and she begins saying something that, again, Matthias, you can understand. Where she says,
"Woo!
If they travel, you will? Well then." And she looks at you and she says, "You must understand the darkness inside the underworld. To a being like me, the forests of the world, the spirits that inhabit the very natures that," she looks at Matthias, "that you care for so well, they are like children. They're infantile in the way their minds work. Whereas you, all of you, at some level must understand that your emotions are the very basis of who you are, and that you explore, share, and through the development and the interaction with who you are and the core of who you are, you grow more and more a part of this world, of this story, this cosmos. Spirits of the forest, like I said, they're infantile. They do this. They take their darkness, take their pain, they bury it deeper within the very soul, very soil, and never deal with it. This is the underwood. This is the essence, what lies beneath the surface of the spirit of the. What you're asking is to travel down there and rescue your friend. Do you understand what you're asking? Do you understand that not only has nobody ever truly come face to face all the deepest, darkest, vile thoughts and pains that the forest, ancient as these forests, feel, you're also attempting to do something that no one has ever done, and hoping to afterward.
Without hesitation, Gwibeth says.
Nope.
Not only anyway. To save our friend, but to save the forest.
Do you know any way we could leave when we are there?
I do. And she turns and she kind of like puts her hand to the fairy flies. I can offer a few of these friends to come with you. If
cool. They can hide.
the fairy fly, The fairy flies are your only way back. They will bring you back. They cannot simply go down into the underwood and find your friend. They would become forever lost there. The very essence of the forest, innocence. They could not survive in that environment. But if they were to go with you, if they were to survive as well, yes, they should be able to bring you back if this is truly what
We will protect them.
How do we protect them?
I would take hits for them. Put them in your heart. I don't know. I don't know combat. But
Like,
they will.
Would we not
They
be
will
able,
draw the ire of whatever darkness lies down there.
would we not be able to get out with a stone that transports us?
Look at you
And she
using
kinda-
your head.
She
Bam!
kinda
With
smiles
teleport.
and she says, "No,
No?
unless your stone comes from the spirit of the forest. If you're," and she kind of at this part she can't help but look a little cocky, a little sly, and she looks at Matthias and she says, "Magics that we deal with, magics, earth, existence, nature of the very essence and vitality of the world itself. Small bits, intellectual pursuits, surely bound within that, now begin to trace their way to the essence of it." And then she kind of looks at Matthias like,
Arcane casters, am I right?
yeah, kind of
These losers.
Tap looks vaguely annoyed.
like,
I mean, if teleportation magic did work, like that would be.
I'm an abjuration wizard, so I'm particularly annoyed.
yeah.
This place would be way too easy to get to and
Yeah.
out of. Like,
What were you gonna say, Dada?
Well, I was just going to mention, like, I think I mimed it earlier, but I tried to climb up Larix so that I could, like, be head level with this person finally.
Nice.
How did Larix react to me climbing on top of him?
He didn't even care.
Cool, great.
Honestly.
He's like a leaf in the wind, man.
All right. So, and if something
It
happens,
is a wooden expression.
poker face, plank face.
One thing I'm. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
Well, I was just gonna ask again. Take hits for the fairies. Okay, we can do that. But is there anything else we can do to help them?
Can we hide them?
Kind of looks around. She's like, "You won't be able to hide them because they're." The moment that they enter the underwood, their essence will be felt by anything that belong down, not accepted.
So we go down.
if
We
you
have
were
to
to
find
hide it-
Valerie quickly.
Yeah.
Got it.
And she kind of she's like, "Yeah, that's it," and she's kind of just takes a step away.
Yeah, you got it.
One thing I'm slightly worried about, I mean, beyond what we already have to worry about with Val, is those hobgoblins seem to know precisely what they were getting into.
that's probably
If they're in the underworld, they meant to be there. Could they be causing harm? You didn't seem particularly worried about them before we mentioned Kuluthel.
If you
with
return,
Kuluthel,
there's
yeah.
more I can tell you, but I don't want you
Okay.
to take this knowledge into the darkest parts of the forest.
Cool.
don't
So if we
want
fail, there's
to.
nothing lost. Got it.
Right,
Let's go.
and she just yep.
Well, I get more to
You
the
can tell
point.
like she's
if-
not used to being interrupted, so she's just like,
she's like, you fucking non-respecting monologue having.
yeah. She takes a few steps back and she says, "Do not fail," and she starts walking away as the fairy flies rush and spin faster and faster and faster.
Can we have
And
a
she
second
doesn't
time
care
on that
what you have to
obstacle
say.
course?
There's a flash of light and you're all gone. Thanks for hanging out with us for another episode of World Walkers Rhalanas. We will see you next week. We air every week at 7. The stream is usually a patron-only event for patrons, by patrons. But I know like we've been kind of sharing the link with like certain family members and friends and stuff. So thanks for hanging out with us. And if you like it, let us know, or let the people that you guys know, because we're trying to decide if we want to. This was public. It was on Twitch, and we didn't really like what we were getting over there, but I've been thinking at least about putting it back. I don't know what the rest of you think.
Back on Twitch?
Back on something. Back public.
I have friends that want to watch.
Yeah.
I have at least 3 or 4 people who have been asking where the stream is going to be so that they can watch it.
Yeah. So share your thoughts on where you want to see it with the people that you know, and we will catch you later. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
Let's not die.
Let's not die.